Hey guys, I've been sitting here, just what should I talk about for like a while now? Because I haven't made a video in a hot minute. But like, I have shit to talk about, but it feels like I have so much that I'm like, man, how should I start? A bottom line, fucking start, right? And have one main thing I want to talk about, which is the title of this video. I had a table. But I'll get to that. I want to get this out of the way first, though. I uploaded a short on this channel that I got Tatsuya Yamashita fucking Boku no Son something. Boku no Son. It has a bike on the fucking cover. I like Tatsuya Yamashita. I like bikes too, so obviously you buy it for the music, and Tatsuya Yamashita always hits. So I also listen, I want to talk about music eventually. I got this. This is Moonglow. Watch I've already talked about it, and it's like it was in like the other videos, like it was sitting right here. But I got Moonglow. I did listen to this. It's very good. Also got Cozy. This is the recentest that I got. I didn't make a short about this. I'll probably make it real quick, even probably before uploading this. But got Cozy by Tetsuya Yamashita. I think Tyler the Creator, he sampled a song from here. I knew the song before, right? Before I knew that fact, but like, Tyler super changed it. Which is, I appreciate. I appreciate it when you can't super tell that. It's like, oh yeah, you sampled that from this. Like I can like immediately know where you sampled it from. I think if I can tell, you didn't sample it well enough, in my opinion. That's a shot at The Weeknd. I fucking hate The Weeknd. That's not true. I don't hate The Weeknd. The Weeknd's fine. But there's this song that he sampled, Midnight Pretenders, and it started playing at work, and I was like, whoa, are they playing Midnight Pretenders at fucking work right now? And then The Weeknd started singing. I was like, fuck you. So it's not that I hate him. It's just that I was so disappointed that it wasn't Midnight Pretenders, the song that he sampled. That I was like, I immediately have a distaste for when I hear the name The Weeknd, or when I hear his voice. It's like, because it was just pure disappointment when I heard it. So now I have that association. Okay, but I'm not talking about that right now. I want to talk about this. I picked up a shift, I was running in the morning, right? And then I saw one of my favorite coworkers, Kylie. She dropped D1 on a Friday night. And I was like, I picked it up and it got approved. And I was like, hell yeah. Right? I'm going to make this fucking money. I've never worked a D1 shift. D1 is like shift leader. This was a while ago, by the way. A while ago, as in like literally like last week. But, yeah, I was D1. I finished running and I was D1. And it was a great shift. I had a couple parties, nothing super stand out. Everyone was running pretty fine. I like that section because it's just like, it's like a 7 top, 8 top round table. That's 11. Table 12 is the 4 top, and table 13 is another 4 top, and table 51, 4 top. What did I say? 11, 12, 13, and 51. 4 table section, no banquettes, which I love because banquettes, they can get tricky with like big fat tables and also like confusion. I don't know, it's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into why I'm a little uncomfortable with banquets, but there was this table 13 at the end of the night. It was my last table 13. These 3 girls, I say girls because they're like around my age, right? And they were from Oregon. They were like, oh, we're gonna order drinks, right? Like, I checked two of them ordered drinks, the other one didn't, but they were great. I think here I wrote down their order. Okay, I don't super remember what the seat 1 got a bacon burger. I forgot how they got it cooked, but a bacon burger. Seat 2 got 2 lemon drops and a mac and cheese burger, and seat 3 got a Louisiana. Great orders. I like all those meals, you know, so I automatically, whatever, right? I forgot the drinks for the other. Oh wait, okay, okay. And seat three got a triple berry to go. Um, yeah, I served them. They were like, this is our first time here, right? When I greeted them, I was like, this is our first time. I'm like, welcome to the Cheesecake Factory. I like did it like played it up a little bit, but I was like, genuinely just like welcome in. I'm glad. Whenever someone says it's like fuck, okay, I have to knock it out of the park, right? Because like you want them to come back in a way, right? At the end of the day, I don't want to make it seem like oh yeah, I love professional validation, but I'm genuine about that. I want people to have a good time because I'm responsible for your evening, But yeah, I think they took a little bit to order. It's a couple days ago now, so I'm trying to remember what the timeline was. But bottom line, they were great. They were looking at the menu for a while because obviously it's their first time, and it's a big menu. So I think I guided seat three on like a lot of our menus. Like, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this, and I described. Listen, I'm gonna talk about what I like because that's what I know the most, right? I try to keep I statements like to a minimum, because obviously I don't want to be sounding like I'm talking about myself. I want to talk about the food, but I mentioned that I like it, so what's that Ethos Pathos Logos fucking Ethos, I think. Because I'm authority. I work there, so I hope it's Ethos. Haven't been in high school in forever. Give me a second. But yeah, I think I recommended the Louisiana. She got the Louisiana. And yeah, they enjoyed their dinner. I think I boxed up like 2 of their things. And then I was like, hey, it's in the name. But if you're thinking about it, I like put down the menu, like cheesecake menu. I put it down just to see if they wanted to order anything. And they were like, for to go. I'm like, okay, no worries. And then they were looking at it, and I came back, and they were like, I'm stuck between this and this, the lemon rise and the triple berry. And I described both of them to my best of my ability, and I was like, maybe we want a visual. On the back of the menu, there's a picture of the triple berry because it's one of the new ones. I put into that, and then with my pinky, I like illustrated what the lemon raspberry looked like, using the triple berry as like a blue, like, I just like pointed at the triple berry, explaining what like the layers of the lemon ras. A little weird. I'm thinking about it now, but I'm a very visual person, so I feel like that's the way I did it naturally. And then she ended up getting the triple berry to go. It was towards the end of the night, so it was not that busy. So I literally went and got it myself at the bakery. Put the powdered sugar. Listen, we don't put the powdered sugar every time. It's like if we're in a rush or if we don't super care, the whole thing whip, bam, done, right? But no, cake with the powdered sugar with the mint leaf, bro, and it smelled like mint. Like normally the mint's like it's not as aromatic. That was a nice mint leaf on there. And then yeah, I got it to them, and then I dropped the check, and they're like, triple, like they put 3 cards in, 3 ways. I think one of them had a gift card. Put it down, and then they were like sitting there for a while. I was doing my side work. I like looked at them. They were like, obviously still talking, but like the checkbooks were open. They weren't just like, they were probably talking about like the checkbooks. Normally when people like pay, they're like, they just leave the checkbook there, and they're like, obviously, they're talking about something else. But when they left, I heard like, but I wanna. And then seat 3 came up to me and just handed me. I was like, thank you very much, Brandon. Okay, because I mentioned my name. I mentioned when I was there. I mentioned it when I like said goodbye, and then she mentioned it when she came back and was like, thank you very much, Brandon. Here you go. And I was like, thank you. Have a nice day. I'll see you again. And they're like, yes, of course. And I'd open them, right? And obviously, server mentality is like, how much do they tip? Sounds heartless, but like, it goes to it's my job at the end of the day, right? But I open it, and I'm like, huh. It's not the biggest tip in the world, but I saw the note. They left notes. Here, hold up. Let me find them real quick. They left notes talking about how they were like college kids and they wish they could give me more, but I was like, don't even. They were gone, right? But I was like, don't even worry about it. Says, sorry, I'm a college student, but I would please, sorry. Here. Sorry, I'm a college student, but I would leave more tip if I could, but thank you, Brandon. And then at the bottom she said, also thank you for making this dinner a great experience. Mimi. Her name's Mimi. Fuck, I forget who this was. I think it was C3? I don't remember. It doesn't say the thing, but isn't that cute? Here, I want to maybe cover the signature just in case that's weird. But here, I'll just edit it in. Oh my god, I have to edit this. I'll just show it. Look at that. I think it's cute. I think another one, they wrote another note as well, saying about how they would want to, but I just took a picture of one of them. I feel like that was enough. But yeah, it was, I hope I see them again. Obviously I'm not going to forget what they look like, but if they come in again, and I'm like, what's up? And then they're like, we had you before. I hope I recognize them, right? Because who knows, right? But yeah, they were very nice. To be honest with you, I don't even care that they didn't tip that much. I think they tipped like the minimum amount. One of them tipped 7. One of them tipped like 5. Another one tipped like barely anything. It was like $150 check. Literally, that's like minimum. You know, like that's like, what, a little less than 10%. I didn't lose any money. That's all I care about. And they were such a sweet table. I wish I had tables like that all the time. I have, kind of, not really, but yeah, I wanted to get that out there because I've been thinking about making a fucking video, and this is a perfect thing to talk about. This is already fucking 12 minutes. Let's get this fucking wrapped up. Yeah, I don't think I have any more closing statements. All right, my table 11. I had a table 11 that was there for like fucking hours, right? I think they were like theater people. Because they were talking. I remember when I was refilling waters, they don't stop talking when I'm filling waters because like I'm not talking. I'm just there to refill waters and then I'll leave. And it would get exhausting if they always stopped talking if I was there. But they were talking about like, oh, like this person, her vibrato or some shit. I'm like, these are theater people. These are like choir people, you know. They were a great table. They were also super nice. They were like, thank you for bearing with us. I was like, dude, don't even fucking worry about it. It's always the people who think that they're being like big hassles aren't big hassles, you know. It's like, oh, is it a big hassle if I get it's like you know, I'm taking orders and 2 people want drinks. So it's like, oh my god, can you put this in? I'm like, dude, don't even worry about it. The food comes out. I put in the food. I get the drinks. Literally, it's like I have 2 hands and you just want 2 drinks. It's fine. Yeah, I love a polite table. I love a polite table. They make my life easier. Yeah. The camera's higher because I put you on a tripod. I'm pretty sure I have a mirror around here. It's kind of dirty. I put you on a tripod. It's very dirty. So you're on a tripod. I think I like it. I think the angle you get the table better, and also the tripod's out. Where's the tripod? It's gonna be there permanently now. Yeah. Okay, I've made longer videos before. It's not that big a deal. Yeah.